Hmm. I bet my audio was off on that last one then. Who knows? All right, so hey, wait a second. There we go. Let's get into it. All right, quick load screens.
Do you have messages?
Nope.
Could you do?
Sure.
I can't think of.
Okay.
Oh, she already did the research and she told me about it. Let's go get a coffee.
Good coffee.
Should we look at the paper?
Today's Times Picayune, dated June 19, 1993. A front page article describes the most recent of the voodoo murders. Gabriel scans it but learns nothing new. The article reiterates that the voodoo aspect of the crimes is fake. Gabriel shivers. It looked real enough to him. Elsewhere, there's an article about the history of Jackson Square called La Plaza d'Armas. Under French rule, it was used for execution, firing squads, hanging, even impalement and breaking on the wheel. Yet, of course, these days it's mostly a hangout for tourists, street musicians and local artists. Gabriel also scans the Aquarius horoscope for the day. Chances of a dark star rising on this day. Do not trust your instinct.
I feel a dark star rising, all right.
Okay, so we're gonna try bringing the music down just a little bit. Because yeah, her voice was quiet.
Times Picayune, dated June 19, 1993.
I think that's a lot better.
A front page article describes the most recent of the voodoo murders. Gabriel scans it but learns nothing new. The article reiterates that the voodoo aspect of the crimes is fake. Gabriel shivers. It looked real enough to him. Elsewhere, there's an article about the history of Jackson Square called La Plaza.
Yeah, I think that's just perfect. The volume's there.
Star rising
So.
on this day. Do not trust your instinct.
All right.
Feel a dark star rising, all right.
All right. Let's go.
Gabriel,
Let's leave. So we'll go in
I'll be
and
back later.
we'll see what's going on at the police station. Let's go talk to Mosley. I think that's so cool that the. Okay, so immediately I see there's a repairman on the temperature. What's he got? Oh, he's walking away. Okay.
the desk sergeant looked like a poster boy for heart disease. 30 extra pounds between his armpits and his belt, and a complexion of consistency of grey oatmeal. In other words, a typical product of good southern cooking.
Right. Oh, so what do we have going on
There's a
here?
photocopy machine. There's a photo. The electrician has left his tools behind. There's a temperature, the security cage,
Okay.
the gate, the gate.
Okay, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. I'm not sure why we had to do that. Maybe we'll find out later.
Detective Mosley. Hard at work, I see. It's you, God help me. Whew, it's hot in here. Dang, the air conditioning must be on the blink. Are you hot?
Oh, we turn it up. So he takes his jacket off, which we're going to get something out of the jacket. Oh, yeah. Now we're going to ask him to go get us a coffee. Say, give me a coffee, biatch.
How about getting me... What? Hey, yeah. Some people are never satisfied.
What do we have? What's in here?
I think I'll just borrow this badge.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what are you doing with my coat? Nothing. I thought I saw something crawling on it. Just drink this. Thanks. Tons. I mean it.
I think that's all we really needed. Okay, we have a little boy.
People seemed, people, people.
Okay. Okay, we got tap dancer. We got hot dog vendor. We got the same guy walking around that was walking around before.
No point in using the pattern.
And a little band. Maybe something on that light pole over there. Old lady's still here. When the Saints go marching in. Okay, we got a guy making caricatures and we got a juggler as well.
Hey, come back here. Hey!
Oh, shit. I wonder what are we gonna do with that?
Artist is off. The artist.
Can I take something right
The
there?
artist would
Oh,
not.
okay, all right. Okay.
Oh, unbelievable.
Oh. Can we get that, I wonder?
Gabriel can't reach the drawing from where he is.
Okay. Huh. It's weird.
A small boy is tap dancing. The lucky dog vendor has his nose buried in a paperback novel. Gabriel noticed that it is not. Big surprise. One of his.
Show him that I'm a cop.
There's no
Okay.
using that.
St. George's gift certificate. Can we get a... Give us a hot dog with a gift certificate?
I have this gift certificate.
I'm busy.
It's good for $20 at St. George's Books, finest bookstore in New Orleans.
Really? I'll have to check it out sometime.
You could take this gift certificate with you if you'll give me a lucky dog.
A lucky dog for a $20 gift certificate? Well, sure. Here you go.
Pretty obvious this kid right here is doing it for him, but the guy wasn't paying attention.
Would I? Thanks, mister. You got any special requests? Let me know.
Interrogating the little...
Can you fit through the bars around the statue?
Can I? Just watch me.
Good. There's something in there I can't quite reach. Come on. Can you reach that piece of paper?
Sure thing. Here you go. Yep. See ya.
Okay, now we go back over to the painter.
This is... It's a technique.
Oh, that's what he's... Duh, dumbass.
Does-
Okay, grab it. Give it to that guy.
This belongs to you, doesn't it?
My drawing. How'd you get it?
Oh, it was a bit of a squeeze, but I hate to see you lose your work. I lost my only copy of a manuscript once.
Well, you saved my butt. Let me know if I can ever do the same for you, huh?
Oh yeah, you can make me a copy.
Say, do you think there's anything you can do with these patterns?
What do you need?
Is there any way you can reconstruct the whole pattern from these partials?
Pattern is probably circular, and there's some repetition in the elements. What is this from, anyway?
You'd never believe me.
Okie dokie. Well, there's... I think there's an area missing. If you could get me any more of these...
I'll see what I can do. I have another one of those patterns.
Really? Let's see. Yeah, this is great. I think there's enough overlap now. I'll give it my best shot. I'll show you what I come up with tomorrow.
Great. I appreciate it.
Okay, so now we can go out of here. Just puts me in such a good mood playing like these old games from Sierra. It's been so long that I've wanted to play this game, you know? It's really, really cool. So... Oh, okay.
Potted roses mark the entrance to the house. It's a brass door knocker. The huge trees bear beards of Spanish moss.
May I help you? I'd like to see Malia Getty, please. I'm sorry, but unless you have an appointment or official business, I cannot announce you. I do have official business. Really? Please tell me the nature of your business. My name is Detective Mosley. I'm here on police business. Really? How interesting. Wait here. I'll inform Miss Giddy. Miss Giddy will see you. Right this way. Miss Giddy will be down shortly. Thank you.
What can I do for you, Detective?
Damn, honey. What's up, girl?
Mind if I ask you a few questions, Miss Giddy?
I assume that's what you're here for, Detective.
She's a spicy little thing.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? Why would you want to know about that, Detective? It's rather silly, isn't it?
There's nothing silly about the voodoo murders.
But that voodoo is faked. That's what I've read in the papers.
That's what the papers say, all right.
But you're not convinced?
No, frankly, I'm not. The police department isn't known for its imagination.
Oh. Well, I can see that your imagination is considerable.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
The murders? Only what I read in the papers.
And what do you read in the papers?
I'm sure you know much more about it than I, Detective.
Tell me about your life in New Orleans.
The Getty family came to New Orleans in 1800. We worked very hard to get where we are. On the other hand, we've done a lot for this community.
I can believe that. You're doing a lot for me right now. Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm afraid I quite abhor them.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
I believe it's some sort of local holiday, but I don't know much about it.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Gar means?
No, I don't. What does it mean, Detective?
That's confidential information, ma'am. Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with that, Detective.
Tell me about yourself.
I suppose I don't really have a choice. What do you want to know, Detective?
Bra size.
What kind of things interest you?
I don't have a lot of free time, but I do appreciate the arts. Opera, symphony, ballet, fine art. If you look around, you'll see that we collect African art, for example.
Yes, it's very beautiful.
It is, Detective. It means a great deal to me.
Do you have a career?
A career? Being the head of the Getty family is a 24-hour-a-day job. We have many holdings and many responsibilities, financial and otherwise. The management of our business affairs and properties leaves me with time for little else.
Poor little rich girl?
Believe it or not, Detective, wealth does have its price.
Tell me about your family.
The Gettys? We're a very private family.
How many people are there in your family?
Well, my mother just passed away.
I am sorry.
So am I. She was a magnificent woman. We were very close. I was an only child.
And your father?
I never knew him.
It's hard to believe that any man would leave a woman like you. Or like your mother must have been.
He did not leave, Detective. But that's really none of your concern.
I'm sorry. Go on.
There are, of course, other Gettys in the city. I have a large, extended family.
I see. Do you have a husband? A boyfriend?
I'm very independent, Detective. The women in my family have always preferred it that way.
So, you've never been married?
No, and I never will be.
What about children?
Yes, that is likely. Someday.
I'd like to hear just about anything.
I do a lot of charity work around the city, primarily in the prison and reform system. I'm not a professional sociologist, but it does interest me. As you wish.
Are you sure?
I really don't know much about it. Isn't there some place in town that you can find out about that sort of thing? A museum or something?
I believe there is a museum.
Then maybe you should check there.
Can you tell me anything about what happened out at the lake?
I wish I could, but I've never seen or heard anything unusual at the lake, and I do spend quite a bit of time out there.
Excuse me, but your eyes are really distracting. I don't think I've ever seen a color quite like that. Brownish gold. It's so deep and rich. Man, if I could bottle that, I'd make a fortune.
Thank you, Detective. That's an interesting observation, though probably not relevant to your case.
A good detective never knows what might be relevant, Miss Getty.
Then you must be truly exceptional at your job. I think this has gone on long enough. You're not really a detective, are you?
Who, me? Well, I am on this case, Miss Getty.
I saw you at the lake yesterday. I thought you must be with the police since you were there, but you don't act like a police officer. Besides, I'm rather certain that the other man said his name was Mosley.
All right, you caught me. I'm not with the police. My name is Gabriel Knight. I'm a writer working with Detective Mosley on a book.
Well, Mr. Knight, now that we've established who you are, perhaps you can tell me the real reason you're here.
Well, I am researching the book, and I thought you might have seen or heard something at the lake.
I don't like liars, Mr. Knight.
Okay, you're right. I really just wanted to see you again. You can be mad at me if you want, but I swear I've never done anything like this before.
Mr. Knight, you've lied about your identity and wasted my time with meaningless questions. If it weren't vaguely flattering, I'd really be angry. You're lucky I don't call the real police. I think you should go, Mr. Knight.
Malia, wait. If you just give me a chance.
I've wasted enough time. I'll have Robert show you out.
Ooh, she's mad at me.
Robert? Show Mr. Knight out, please.
I most certainly will.
Certainly will.
Thank you very much. I had a lovely time. Ah, shit.
How weird. God, this game was made almost 30 years ago. Alright, should we go to the museum? We can talk to this other guy that he wasn't here yesterday, but he should be here now.
Welcome, my friend. Hello. I am the proprietor, Dr. John. If you have any questions, I will be happy to assist. Great. My name is Knight, and I'll probably take you up on that.
Let's go ahead and start.
Could I ask you some questions? That is why I am here.
Cabri
What
Saint
can you tell me about voodoo? Historical voodoo? Or the voodoo currently practiced in the city? What can you tell me about voodoo? Historical voodoo? Or the voodoo?
Oh, okay. Oh, these two down here. Okay.
What do you know about the voodoo murders? The killings in the newspaper? I know that they have nothing to do with true voodoo in New Orleans. What do you think of New Orleans? It is is the only city in the United States as far as I am concerned. Do you know anything about snakes? Ah, you have perhaps noticed the museum's snake, Mr. Knight. They are beautiful creatures, do you not agree? And the tourists seem to associate them with voodoo.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It is one of the important ceremonial nights in voodoo.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Saint-Gar means?
I fear my French is not all it should be, Mr. Knight.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No, I have not.
Tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yes, if you don't mind.
What is it you wish to learn?
Why did you open a voodoo museum?
The subject has fascinated me all my life, and I wanted to help preserve the cultural heritage it represents.
What kind of background in voodoo do you have?
Let us say that I cut my teeth on it, Mr. Knight. It is in my blood.
Do you do anything besides run the museum?
No. The museum does not make me a rich man, but my material needs are simple. I prefer to focus on my one true interest in life.
What are your own religious beliefs?
My beliefs are too personal and too complex to discuss with a layman, Mr. Knight.
Just tell me anything.
I am originally from the West Indies myself, you know.
Really? What brought you to New Orleans?
I was drawn here for personal reasons.
Just tell me, really.
That must be the...
Actually,
Then,
tell me about historical voodoo.
very well. I will start at the beginning, Mr. Knight, and will go on from there at your prompting.
Sounds good.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion formed by the mixing together of many different African tribal religions and Anglo-religions, such as Catholicism or Protestantism. In other words, it is a religion born of the African slave trade, but African slaves were imported not only by the United States, but also into the West Indies, where the French and Spanish ran plantation islands. Prior to 1803,
Appreciate you, hot
the
sauce.
New Orleans area was owned by France. The French Creole in those days owned many African slaves. But the Creole did not permit their slaves to gather, giving no chance for voodoo to breed here natively. The Creole also knew enough about the corrupted pagan practices of the West Indies slaves to ban the importing of slaves from that region.
So, how did voodoo come to New Orleans?
After the Louisiana Purchase, American legislators relaxed regulations. Slaves were permitted to gather. The Americans also removed the ban on West Indies slaves. Around the same time, a slave revolt occurred in Santo Domingo, what is now Haiti. Between the lifting of the ban and the Haitian revolt, West Indies slaves began pouring into New Orleans. Some of them were free people of color, freed or escaped slaves. Some came with their white owners who were fleeing from the revolt.
What happened when the West Indies slaves got here?
They brought voodoo with them. The native slaves were more than enthusiastic about embracing it. It gave them power, Mr. Knight, if only in the form of a communal bond. Among the first meeting places were the Bayou St. John and the shore of Lake Pontchartrain. The early voodoos were heavy snake worshippers, worshipping the one they called the Great Zombie.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
By 1817, the voodoo activities were beginning to cause fear among the white slave owners. An ordinance was passed to forbid slave gatherings except in designated public areas at designated times. The time was Sunday afternoons and the place, Congo Square. The slaves and free people of color gathered to dance simulations of their voodoo dances right in sight of Creole society. Of course, they also continued to meet in private for the real thing.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
There were a variety of kings and queens at first, voodoo priests and priestesses. But from about 1830, a single power emerged. This was a voodoo queen named
There we go.
Marie Laveau ruled voodoo in New Orleans for many years.
Tell me more about...
I've given you as much.
Tell me about...
Many people think of voodoo in terms of magic spells or gree-gree. That kind of practice is actually called hoodoo, and is only a part of true voodoo. Voodoo, the religion, has a strong following in New Orleans. In fact, it is growing quite rapidly. There are several voodoo churches or temples in the city, and others all across the United States. African Americans see it as a tradition all their own. Whites, and there are many in their religion, are attracted to it because they think it is exotic. I, personally, am more interested in the history of voodoo. Some of the new movements are copying Haitian or even African voodoo. But it is the voodoo of New Orleans that I find so intriguing.
Tell me more.
There are many voodooians in New Orleans. They often do business selling gree-gree, telling fortunes, providing luck, and occasionally misfortune. Perhaps you would like to meet a voodooan. We refer those who seek a deeper experience with voodoo to a local practitioner, Magentia Moonbeam.
Sure, I'd love to meet her.
She lives on the corner of Orleans and Dauphine. I will call her and tell her you might stop by.
Great, thanks. Do you know Malia Getty?
Should I?
She
Oh,
referred
my
me to
food's
the
here.
museum.
Many have read about our museum in the newspapers, Mr. Knight.
That's a good point.
Part of me kind of like don't get it until I kind of see like how it turns out. That's food. But the right, I'm back. Boneless pizza. Yeah, there's no bones in this pizza. That's for sure. I decided to order up some pizza tonight. It's kind of the mood that I was in.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
There were actually two Marie Laveaus, mother and daughter. Most people thought they were the same woman. Her continued youth added to the mystique. The original, the mother, was also known as Widow Paris. It was she that began the empire. When the Widow Paris began to practice, there were many Voodooans in the city. By 1830, she was Voodoo Queen of all New Orleans.
What is that? You got another Twitch Prime account? Cold sauce, man. Oh, that root beer hit the spot. I had to take a big gulp. Dude, thank you. It's your Prime account? Oh. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. That could have gone to anybody. Thank you. I have like 400 friends on Facebook. I made this big long post like it's my dream. Like to do like these there it is, dude. Dick Money Blocks. So it's my dream to make a living like playing video games and like I've already gotten paychecks. I've already had money donated. Like it's already started. I've been doing it for a couple years now. Like let's keep going. Everybody has Amazon Prime, so I was like, you know, you got Amazon, like hook me up, hit a Twitch Prime sub. I got one. 400 people. Even like some of my closest friends, they like couldn't figure out how to sub. They just like gave me a follow. I was like, man. So I really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Heyo.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
The Widow Paris was a hairdresser for rich Creole ladies. She also paid household servants to spy for her. Between the two, she knew everything about everyone who mattered in New Orleans. She was not above using her information to appear psychic, to intimidate, or even to blackmail.
You sound as though you admire her.
For a black woman
Pepperoncinis.
in the 1800s to gain power is an incredible thing, Mr. Knight. However, she achieved it.
Yeah, dude, I got me some bomb-ass food tonight.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
Appreciate the Lord, bro.
She kept a pet snake, danced with it too. She held traditional voodoo ceremonies out by the lake. She took herself seriously, very seriously. But she was not above selling tickets for her events to curiosity seekers. She was not above using voodoo any way she could to make money. That is for certain. But if she had been in another line of work, in another age, that would have been interpreted as entrepreneurial genius rather than a sign of fraudulence.
Hey, you don't need to convince me. I admire anyone that can actually make a living.
I don't know. Oh, June 19th. I thought it was supposed to be this month. They pushed it back, huh? Yeah, The Last of Us Part 2, June 19th. Huh. Well, I guess that means that we got a little bit more time to get the donations coming in. Got $12, man. We're a fifth of the way there.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
It was Marie Laveau who defined the voodoo that is truly and uniquely the voodoo of New Orleans. She invented hundreds, if not thousands of spells, potions, charms, and incantations. These form the basis of the modern practice
Yeah,
of
right.
religion, the folk tradition of hoodoo.
That's crazy too, because like I thought that my unemployment was supposed to be 6 months, and then the extra CARES Act, which is like an extra $600 a week, was supposed to be 4 months, and now I'm only gonna get like 2 months of it, which I've already done like a month, over a month. So, well, okay, so I guess I still have like 5 weeks left of it. Well, I'm gonna play The Last of Us Part 1. Probably like the next game that I play, actually. Because I have The Last of Us Part 1, the remastered version on PS4. And so I plan on playing that. And it's phenomenal. It's really good. Like, it's top 5 best game I've ever played in my life. BRB, need more food. It's raining cats and dogs outside. But I definitely think you should play it, man. Well, wait. Have you not played the first game? Yeah, dude. I strongly recommend it. I mean, I've played hundreds of video games. It's top 5. It's top 5 for me. It's that good. Alright, what else does this guy have to tell us? Did we ask him about hoodoo?
What exactly is hoodoo?
Hoodoo refers to magic folk traditions of the South. Hoodoo is a bastard of voodoo. Many of the Grigri are similar, but hoodoo does not have the religious aspects of voodoo.
Tell me more.
Her daughter, Marie Glapion, took over when the widow Paris got old. Most people thought it was the same Marie Laveau. Both Maries encouraged that point of view. The widow Paris died in 1881. Marie Glapion had been reigning a long time by then. After the death of the widow Paris, other voodoo queens surfaced, and by 1890, the cult was fragmented again. Marie Glapion just sort of faded away.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
The Laveau tomb, where one or both of the Maries are believed to be buried, is in St. Louis Cemetery No. 1. It is a popular shrine for practitioners and tourists alike. I myself take tours through the cemetery on a regular basis.
Really? Do you have any running this week?
No, but the cemetery is open to the general public as well.
All right, it's time to get out of here.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Walk carefully out there, Mr.
Dang. Let's ride our bike over the cemetery.
Excuse me, sir.
You got something to say, son?
Mind if I pick your brain a minute?
Go ahead. These folks ain't in no hurry.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Sure. She was the voodoo queen of New Orleans. A powerful voodoo and a powerful sorceress. Believers still come to her tomb. They write secret marks on the walls, leaving offerings. Then there's the tourists. They come out of curiosity. As a matter of fact, that big Dr. Gentleman fella from the Voodoo Museum, he's here at least once today. But Marie Laveau's tomb ain't the only one the believers visit and make markings and leave offerings at.
Okay. What other ones do people look
What
at?
else can you tell me about Marie Laveau?
Her tomb's on all opportunities. Even the Baptists come around here to go. Course, you may not know this, but some of the real serious voodoo types argue that she ain't in this one at all, but down in an unmarked tomb number 3. It's all the same to me, I say. Save me a lot of cleanup work if she weren't here, if you ask me.
You said there were other marked tombs?
Yep. I seen bull hearts left on tombs and a nest of vulture feathers, plates of peas and corn greens, animal parts, human parts even, it looked like. Male parts, if you get my meaning. And this at one of the great family crypts, mind you. Odd how them types just pick a spot and stick to it.
Welcome, Seeker. You must be the one Dr. John called me about.
I guess so. My name is...
Wait? Gabriel Knight?
Uh-huh.
You're too quick for me.
Guess she's a psychic.
Actually, Dr. John told me. You have come to the right place, Mr. Knight. Tell me how I can help.
What's up, girl?
Could I ask you a few questions?
Of course, Seeker.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
My practice is mainly selling charms and potions with magic power, such as gree-gree and voodoo oils. You know, everything from unrequited love to wandering spouses to winning a lawsuit. But my spells and charms are powerful, and they work.
What do you know about the voodoo?
Why, that has nothing to do with me and my clientele. But I can tell you that you should stay as far from it as possible. There is badness there. Very bad.
So bad.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
New Orleans is the center of voodoo practice in the United States.
Huh.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? You mean like my beloved Grimwald? She's a python, you know. Quite deadly in the wrong hands. I was trained by one of the great voodoo queens to learn how to hypnotize and handle snakes.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve? It is the greatest
Ooh.
night of the voodoo year. There is always a traditional conclave on St. John's Eve. Most of our voodoo churches these days hold functions in the church hall. But in the old days, they had ceremonies out in the wild, and they wore animal masks and had a huge bonfire and dancing. I used to go when I was an apprentice, sometimes in the swamp, you know, Bayou St. John, sometimes at the lake, Lake Pontchartrain.
Do you have any idea Caprice Saint Coeur means?
No. No, I don't.
Yeah, she does.
Do you
Yeah,
know
she
anything about
does.
Lavaux?
Oh, yes. She was the first of the great voodoo queens.
Tell me about the animal masks.
I saw them used once or twice when I was younger, but you don't see them much anymore. They are too close.
Too close to what?
Just bad karma.
Have you ever heard the word Schottenjäger?
I don't know anything about that.
Tell me about yourself.
Yes? What would you like to hear?
I don't know if you got a phone
How'd
number.
you get into this business?
I trained in the voodoo arts for many years with the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Who's she?
You have never heard of her? For shame! I can see you know little of the world of magic.
I'm beginning to get that impression, yes. What kind of people come to see you?
Seekers after the truth, such as yourself.
Do you do anything else?
I am a voodoo yen, and that is plenty. It takes
Yeah,
much.
she's pretty damn old. She's probably dead by now. Shit.
How many voodoo yens are there?
No one knows exactly. Many practice in secret. There are probably hundreds. But of course the level and the power of the voodoo yens differ greatly, depending on their training and natural gifts.
This game is from 1993, Hot Sauce.
Tell me anything at all.
I haven't always lived in New Orleans. I came here from Kansas as a young woman.
I can't...
There.
Uh,
What about her?
where'd you get Grimwald?
She belonged to a traveling reptile show. She was being terribly mistreated, so I offered to buy her. She's named after a spirit guide I had once. The spirit Grimwald was
Oh, really?
a very powerful female snake
Cool, man.
in Egyptian times.
Grimwald doesn't sound Egyptian.
I only know what the spirits tell me. Monsieur, I am sure they know better than we.
Yeah, this game's as old as you are, dude. This is Tim Curry, actually, is the voice actor here for Gabriel Knight, the main character.
How'd you learn to handle Grimwald?
I told you a great voodoo queen taught me. She learned from Marie Laveau herself.
Ah, fascinating. Would you consider giving me one of Grimwald's scales?
No, I couldn't do that. You might do some gree-gree of your own, no? One must be very careful with such things. Hair clippings, nail parings, and snake scale.
How about show?
Really?
That would be...
I won't make you wait. No matter what you see, do not be frightened.
I'll give it my best shot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. I see that snake skin in there. You better grab that. She wouldn't give me one of the scales.
Gabriel grabs the shed snake skin while Magenta is otherwise occupied.
Hell yeah.
They are truly inspiring, isn't it?
That's certainly one word for it.
He's basically like, yo, you're full of shit, lady.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
Oh, the voodoo code. It is very secret, yes. I studied it with my mentor, the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Great. Can you tell me what it says?
Let's see. Well, some of it is nonsense, I'm afraid. Whoever wrote this wasn't very good.
That's all right. Just tell me what it says.
It starts with a D and a J.
Oh, I got the D.
Okay, this part makes sense. It says, conclave tonight, bring... Oh, then there's more nonsense. F-W-E-T-K-A-S-H. Well, that last bit might mean cash. Fresh cash? It doesn't make much sense.
That's okay, thanks. DJ Conclave. K-A-S-H. It's a start.
I'm happy I could help.
So,
There's no... Gabriel magnifies the iridescent scale is brilliantly hued with greens and purples. The Gabriel magnifies the shed skin from magenta moonbeams snake. The snake scales are hued brown. They don't match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain.
so it's not that snake. Okay. Must be a different snake. Let's get out of here.
Please remain seated within the protective circle. There are spiritual currents in this room that I can't always control.
Thanks for the warning.
Okay, let's just exit then.
Well, I guess I'll be gone now.
Gotta get more food!
The only vice is the absence of love.
I've heard that. Bye now.
Nom 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 nom. Alright.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Little dog?
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Oh, bienvenue, Madame Casino. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker. I'm certain someone's buried a sleep-knot bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink in weeks.
Oh, don't that beat all? Well, you're gonna need some easy night candles then.
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosaries are good, sure enough. But you burn those candles too, and you gonna whip any old no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my account and send them round to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know Mrs. Lefebvre put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dames. Oh, I've been in misery.
You put 9 pinheads up in a little box, add a pinch of graveyard dust, and put it under her front porch step. That'll turn the trick back on Mrs. Lefebvre, and she'll be the one with the bellyache. I have the pins and the dust right here if you want them.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though it don't hurt to be proactive none neither, now does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
Mais non, madame. It is nothing. Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Like the ones in the voodoo rituals they do for the tourists?
Right.
I used to sell a few as souvenirs. The only one left is Willie Jr. over there. The old crocodile. Well, he's sort of a mascot now, him.
Can you tell me?
They're curiosities, no? This is a curio shop.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. About Willie Jr. Would you be willing to let him go?
Maybe. For $100.
$100? You gotta be kidding.
Me and Willie Jr. very close now. I could part with him for less.
Guess we need $100.
Hey, Grace. Here I am.
I wish you wouldn't wear that coat outside in June. I could smell you from here.
That actress is oh, come on. Leah Remini. That's who it is. Leah Remini is the voice actress for this character right here.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
I need you to look up a Madame Casimir.
Madame Casimir? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend, Malia Getty, was?
Grace, Casimir's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. It's time to close shop.
So it is. Have a nice night.
You too. See you tomorrow.
This is a pretty cool transition that they do. For switching from one day to the next. Ooh, that was like a new part of the dream. Man, I love it, dude. This was my jam. When I was like 5, which would have been 91, that's when I first started playing games like this.
I'm so so glad you could join us today. I've got messages when you want them.
I never played this game, which is why I'm playing it now.
I also checked on Casimir. There are multiple listings in the white pages. I got the page, but you'll have to figure out the right one.
Great, thanks.
Now, are you gonna tell me what happened yesterday with Malia Getty, or is it just too embarrassing?
Dang, till 06, huh?
Don't tell me you actually got to see her.
Are the stars out tonight?
Gabriel, you don't seriously think she's interested? She can have any man in the city. You know, men with bank accounts.
You underestimate the Knight family's tragic poet samurai appeal. When Daddy married Mom, she was the hottest catch in town.
I always suspected there was something fishy in your family tree. But seriously, I think you should be...
Grace.
I'm serious. I don't know why, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach about this.
It's called jealousy, my dear. And you're right. You should be jealous of Malia Getty, as should every woman on this planet.
Oh, never mind. I'll just fix these books. Your life is in your own slippery little hands.
The point is to get it into somebody else's hands. And soon.
And a roommate had a PC, would use AIM for internet, AOL Instant Messenger, or like AOL, you mean? So I played website games. Yeah, we had a Windows 3.1 machine. I think it was a 386.
Hey, kids.
Huh?
Bruno.
Gabe, pet. I just popped in to see if you're desperate enough to sell me that painting.
Yeah, the dial-up sound. So yeah, I had a Windows 3.1 machine. My dad's like best friend, built computers, and you know he had like an office room that just had a bunch of computer stuff in it that he was always working on computers with. And I remember like let's see. What was that game called? Rise of the Dragon? I remember like Rise of the Dragon being one of the first games I ever played. Wolfenstein, like Return to Castle Wolfenstein or whatever. Doom, Warcraft 2. That was a couple years after that, but I mean, yeah, Warcraft 2 was like the mid-90s. A10 Tank Killer. All these point-and-click adventure games: Police Quest, Space Quest, Quest for Glory, King's Quest, Leisure Suit Larry, Full Throttle, Star Wars Dark Forces. Those are all older games that I remember playing on like that second computer that we had. And it was a pretty good deal, man. I really dug playing those games back in the day, and that was before the internet, before we did anything with the internet. We didn't have internet until quite a bit later, I think. We must have had a different computer, I guess, or something. I think I remember I think I can remember the computer that we had, and I used to like get online with all my friends, like AOL Instant Messenger, and talk to them, like friends from school. Have like 9 boxes up, like just talking to everybody. And that was pretty cool, like hitting on some of the girls and planning things for like, you know, parties or whatever we were doing. That was really cool. But I remember playing those games, man. That was the golden age for me. You know, that was just so much fun. And then I didn't do any PC gaming. Like, I didn't do a whole lot through like maybe like middle school and high school. I think I started to get really into Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1. I started to get really into those. And that was like middle school and high school. Obviously, then up to like PlayStation 2, I think. And then at the end of, pretty much like right at the end of high school, I got hooked up with a buddy that was playing Counter-Strike. And he showed me Counter-Strike and I played it and it was pretty cool. So I built my own gaming computer when I went to college, and I went to college actually with that guy. We went to the same college, like in Colorado. We're both from Iowa. And so we went out there, and I had some guys like help me build my first gaming PC so I think I got it built before World of Warcraft came out. And then my buddy was telling me like, dude, you got to play World of Warcraft. Like, we have to play it. It's going to be this awesome big badass game. And I loved Warcraft. I already had played Warcraft 1, 2, 3. You know, I was already into, you know, Blizzard games pretty good. Played StarCraft. And then World of Warcraft came out, and that was like the start of like, did you really? Holy smokes. See, I've never played CSGO, but I played Counter-Strike, starting with Counter-Strike 1.5 is right when I first played it. And then 1.6 came out, and then Source came out. I probably played the most 1.6, but I remember playing quite a bit of Source as well, really. And then I played the least amount of 1.5 because I only played it for a little bit before 1.6 came out. But, yeah. The oldest one? Well, I don't know what the original one was. Like, if like 1.4 was a thing at all, or, you know, I don't know. But Counter-Strike, let's go 1.4. Okay, so Counter-Strike 1.0 was November 8th, 2000. And then Counter-Strike 1.1 was the next year, 2001. 1.2 was the same, was still in 2001. 1.3 was in 2001. 1.4 was a really big patch, it looks like, where they fixed a lot of stuff. That was 2002. 1.5 was also 2002, which is, again, is what I started playing. And then 1.6 was also really pretty big. And then that was the last one. Then they just kept doing patches and stuff and changes and everything until Source came out. And Source would have been after 04, I would think. Scrolling here a lot. Let's just go Counter-Strike Source. Oh, because it was after Half-Life 2 came out. So Source was in 2004. Yep. So we actually started playing Source like right around the same time as World of Warcraft, because that's like the same release. That's the same release month. Source and World of Warcraft came out the same month. It's pretty sweet, man. Windows XP, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, alright, let me go grab some more food. All right.
Are you ready to drop dead today?
Well, really?
He didn't like that. Okay, so we need to get the messages.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you have messages for me?
Your pal Mosley called. He left a message that they're interrogating a suspect this morning and you might want to be there.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
Do you have more messages for me?
That man from Germany called again, Wolfgang Ritter. Now he's claiming to be a relative of yours. I took down his number. If you change your mind and want to give him a call back, just ask me for it.
Can I get that phone number for Wolfgang Ritter?
Sure. I'll give it to you when we're done talking. Here's that phone number.
Thanks.
It's a sweet notification, huh? Oh, we need to get some coffee. I mean, we need to save the game, is what I meant to say.
Good coffee.
Day 3, baby.
Hey, kids.
Huh?
Bruno.
Gabe, pet. I just popped in to see if you're desperate.
That's a glitch. He already asked me that today. Yeah, the game's a little confused.
Gee, is today the day that hell freezes over?
One needn't be rude.
Okay, so now gotta look at the paper every day.
Times Picayune, dated June 20, 1993. Gabriel scans over an uninteresting front page. Under the cultural events section, there's a notice about a lecture on African religions. The lecture is at Tulane University. Gabriel's horoscope for the day. An evil eye is upon you. Change course before it's too late.
Lighten up.
Maybe we can actually sell that painting for $100. I have to go get more root beer.
My kidneys.
Yeah, dude, there's the beer emotes. kind of wondering if the guy was going to come back in or not.
I've...
Don't...
Phew.
Oh.
Weather's been really weird today. It's been raining on and off all day. It goes dark and then gets bright. Okay, it must not be a glitch. The guy's back.
Bruno.
Maybe this time we can actually sell it.
Gabe Pet. How much would...
Gabriel.
Stay out of it.
Oh, you're serious? You'll let me have it?
Yeah, I'll let you have it, all right. How much for the painting?
Well, I could give you 100. That's all I can let go at the moment, you know. My fares are so tied up.
Gabriel, $100 for your father's painting?
Grace, let me deal with this. Fine, it's yours.
Gabriel!
Here's the 100.
You better take good care of this, Bruno. This is not just another of your hip art pieces, you know.
Really? Well, I fully intend to make the most of its display, though not for years. Sure. At least in my shop, there'll be a chance of someone actually seeing it. Can't believe I actually got it. Just wait until I show Sid.
I don't believe you!
It's just a painting, Grace. There are things I have to do.
Oh, she's an artist, so that's why she's pissed. I just realized that.
Handsome.
My hell.
Huh. Netflix notification.
Wolfgang Ritter's phone. The letter is somewhere. There's a New Orleans phone book missing one of its C pages.
Well, there's 4 of these casinos. So it's 555, 1270, 555, 1220, 555, 1280, 535, 1237. Okay. Let's use the phone. I don't know what fucking phone you gotta push the on button for. That has a cord. Doesn't have a cord. Yeah, look, it's got a cord. It's not even a cordless phone. Whatever. 5551270.
Hello.
Hi, is this the Kazanu residence?
Yes. What can I do for you?
Do you or does anyone in your family patronize the Dixieland drugstore?
I'm a busy man. What are you selling?
Nothing.
Good. Goodbye.
Should we call him? Okay, so now we need 5551220.
Hello,
has a new residence?
Hi. I was wondering if you could help me.
Yeah?
A woman in the Dixieland drugstore dropped her purse today, and the name Kazanu was inside it.
Dixieland drugstore? Never heard of it. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So 555 1280.
Hello?
Hello? I'm calling from the Dixieland drugstore. We have an order for you.
Castro, be quiet. Who is this?
Oh, that's the same dog.
Lunar?
I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about.
That's it. That's who it was. Okay. So now. Oh. So we have the phone number. Maybe we call this clinic right here for her dog. 555-6170.
Cajun Critters Animal Clinic. This is Melissa.
Do you have a Madame Kazanu as a client?
Madame Kazanu? Sure, I know her. She's not here right now, though.
Really? She told me she'd be there. Would you happen to have an address by any chance?
Yes, but I'm not sure I should give it out. Who are you again?
I'm worried about Castro. He's missed 3 dance lessons.
Castro? Her little doggy? Oh, he's so sweet. Well, I guess if you know Castro, it's okay. Her address is 345 Dauphine.
Thanks.
Okay, so we got her address. Now we also still have to call that guy from like Germany or whatever.
The number...
Yeah, you're gonna go to the house. 4909 324 1234 okay. 4 9 9 3 2 4 1 2 3 4.
Guten Tag. Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht?
Schloss Ritter?
Wolfgang Ritter.
Ja, einen Moment.
Yeah, is this Gabriel on the phone?
This is Gabriel now. Why are you calling me Mr. Ritter?
I have been having premonitions of great danger for you, Gabriel. You must leave New Orleans this very day. It is hard to explain before I have had senses, feelings about you.
Oh, feelings.
It took me a long time to have you tracked down. I had a sense that Heinz had a grandson, but until these dreams started, I did not know if I should contact you.
You say you're related to my grandfather?
Yes, Heinz was my brother. There is much about the family that you should know, Gabriel. Come to Schloss Ritter in Rittersberg, West Germany. It is our family home. I will tell you.
It was good pizza, dude.
You must come immediately. You're in great danger there.
Look, I appreciate the family spirit and all, but frankly, I don't know you from Adam, and I'm not going to fly off to Germany, even if I could afford it.
Gabriel, please. If you won't listen, at least let me send you something. It is a journal from one of your ancestors. Promise me you will read it.
Well, I'm pretty busy.
Please, Gabriel, you are the last of our line. I am too old to carry on. You are our last hope. Please, for your family, read the journal.
All right, I'll look at it.
Good. Now be careful and come to me as soon as you can.
Goodbye. The Gutens. one of the best parts of Papa John's pizza. Pow! Special garlic. The green label. So it's like color keyed. Okay, so we called that. So I think those were all the phone numbers that we had. Yeah. Oh, the picture guy, or the painting guy, he's supposed to be done painting for us today.
I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Have fun.
Aww. Alright, let's go get our painting. Whatever you want to call it.
The artist is an able draftsman, but interrogating him wouldn't lend much to Gabriel's investigation.
Okay. So you can just talk to somebody,
How's it going today?
or you can interrogate them. Now I'm getting it.
Oh, it's only you. Man, I have been jumpy all day. That pattern of yours really freaked me out for some reason. There's just something creepy.
You finished it?
Yeah, and you're welcome to it. Here.
Wow, this is great.
Uh-huh. Just don't, like, blow up the planet with it or something, okay?
I didn't mean to upset you.
Oh, forget it. I'm probably just being stupid. Do your thing with it, and good luck.
The reconstructed Veve was done
Veve.
for Gabriel by a technical artist.
Maybe when Donald Trump tweeted out coffee fee, he was talking about a Veve. See? It says Veve.
The reconstructed Veve was done for Gabriel by a technical artist.
Autocorrect got his ass.
Madame Lorelei, the fortune teller, is garbed in a belly dancer's outfit and wears a boa around her neck. A real boa.
Come on, boys. Hoopla.
Oh, can I go get her snake? Let me go get that snake.
Gabriel doesn't want.
What?
Not a bad idea. Ooh, baby, I love the way you move.
Madame Lorelei winks knowingly at Gabriel and twitches her hip.
Yep, she wants me.
Thanks, boys.
Gabriel doesn't want to. Gabriel.
Well, look at the fucking thing.
It's a sin. Perhaps Gabriel.
Motherfucker.
The park. There's no reason. Gabriel,
Oh, there we go.
Gabriel examines the veil with a magnifying glass. That sequin looks a little strange. Why, it's a snake scale.
Oh, tweezers.
Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to remove the snake scale from the veil. Gabriel is carrying a scale he found near the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain. Gabriel has a scale from the fortune teller's boa. Those two objects those two Gabriel has a scale.
You motherfucker, come here.
Gabriel magnifies the scale from the fortune teller. The iridescent scale is hued olive green. It doesn't seem to match the scale from Lake Pontchartrain.
That's some bomb-ass dinner, dude.
Those two objects. Gabriel magnifies the scale from the lake. The iridescent scale is brilliantly hued with
I think this veil belongs to you.
Huh, my veil. I'm always losing those things. You have no idea. Well, darling, you're such a sweetie to return a lady's delicates, and so handsome as well.
Well,
And since you have such a clear interest in fortune-telling, let me see your hands. They look so strong. Perhaps they will make both our fortunes clear, no?
I wish something would.
Oh! Oh! Said I wish you would.
And, flexible.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, good. I see a mysterious woman in your immediate future.
Madame Lorelei winks at Gabriel knowingly.
She is a dangerous one. Dark and beautiful. Ah, I see the road of your life, folks.
Forking.
The blood drains from Madame Lorelei's face in an instant. Sweat beads on her upper lip.
Are you okay?
Oh God! Beware! Beware!
Damn, did you hear her?
What is it about me lately?
She sounded like the devil. Gross. Winston Mars should be on soon. We might go play some Borderlands. Oh, yeah. I forgot I gotta text my brother. I got a dirt bike. Brep 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 brep. Brep 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 brep. Alright. Rep.
Hey, Grace. Here I am.
Oh, joy.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you?
Sure.
I have a
How interesting.
It's a reconstruction of the tracings they found around the murder victims. The ones done in flour and blood.
Ugh. You shouldn't carry this kind of thing around. Who knows what these symbols mean?
Well, wear your evil banishing gloves if you want. But check it out for me, would you?
I'll see what I can find out. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
So now we can go get the animal mask. What up?
Got some things.
22 months.
Don't hurry back on my account.
It's almost 2 years, man. That's almost 2 years, man. Are you streaming tonight or what? Thanks, Camping Carl. Thank you. Thank you very much. I wonder if you'll be the first person to hit 2 years. It'll either be you or Purple. Dude, I'm playing an old Sierra game. Gabriel Knight from 1993, bro. It's all about, like, voodoo and, like, New Orleans and stuff like that.
I have $100. You still want to sell that crocodile mask?
That's $100, sure enough. The mask, it's yours, sir.
Got us a crocodile mask.
Here you go. Careful it don't bite you now.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't you go forgetting your lagniappe. A free bottle of Master Gambling Oil.
The sign said I could get Lady Luck oil instead.
Well, I wasn't thinking a man as young as you would be needing that kind of remedying. But if you having problems with your...
Oh, that's all right. Believe me, I don't need it. I'll just stick with this. Thanks, anyway.
Of course, it ain't none of my business if you do need it.
I don't need it.
Of course you don't.
Guy's just messing with me. Let's see, let's go see what old Mosley's up to.
You son of a...
We've got it. It's in our pocket.
Now, Knight.
Sure. Thanks for letting me borrow it.
Yeah? Well, you borrowed again in your history. About today. Glad you made it. It'll give you a feel for how I am in action. You know, handling suspects, that sort of thing.
I'm sure it'll be invigorating. Who is this guy anyway?
Calls himself Crash. He's been an informant for us before, mostly helping us bust small-time pimps and dealers trying to break into the territory. Well, he's been staying invisible during these murders, but we picked him up this morning to Jackson Square. Pushing coke? He knows something. Call it detective's instinct.
Detective's instinct. Got it.
All right, Crash. I want to hear about these murders. You been present at the so-called
I don't know nothing. I told you.
Come on now, you can tell me. Do you know anyone who's been to these rituals?
Look, I can't say nothing. You gotta let me go, man.
Now, you relax. No one knows you're here. The men who picked you up were plainclothesmen.
Plain clothes, like you could fool them. They know I'm here. They've got ears all over the city. They know everything.
Now who are they, Crash? Are they the ones doing the murders?
Let me go.
If you're so worried about being detained, start talking. Now, you tell me what I want to hear, and maybe I can get you in the witness protection program. But you have to earn it.
Witness protection? Are you crazy? Don't make me laugh. Jesus, just let me out of here.
Now come on, who's behind these murders, Crash? Why are the victims all members of the underworld?
By now they know I'm here. It's different when I'm supposed to come here. Well, if I can send a message. Tell him I didn't say nothing.
Christ, he's freaking useless. Take him back to detain him, will you, Tony? I tell you, times like this, I'd kill for truth serum and damn the civil rights.
Can I quote you on that?
Huh? Hell no. Damn! We can only keep him for 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, I might have to let him go. Sorry it wasn't more exciting. For the book, I mean. Maybe you can punch it up some. You know, what do they call that? Fiction, that's it.
It certainly is. I'll see what I can do.
Alright, well, we saw that.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Later, Knight.
Oh, that's right. They mentioned the university.
It looks like the lecture is just starting. Gabriel decides to record the session.
Voodoo is the tribal religion of Africa, but the name Voodoo is actually a banner heading under which resides an entire body of distinct tribal belief systems. The word voodoo may sound familiar to you. What is known in the States as voodoo is actually an amalgamation of African religious systems, voodoo, and European religions, primarily Catholicism. All of the subcults of African voodoo have certain things in common. The most important is the worship of a pantheon of spirits instead of the single deity that the Christian and Muslim systems had. Some of these spirits are elementals. Some relate to specific tasks or places. Some represent important tribal leaders who have died. This spirit worship is what makes voodoo so easily adaptable. With all those spirits, it's no problem to add a few more. Say, for example, the Virgin Mary. At the height of tribal Africa, warfare was common. One tribe would conquer another, and the Loa, important in the conqueror's tribal system, would be adopted readily into the conquered tribe's Loa pantheon. In this way, many of the voodoo cults spread and mingled throughout tribal Africa, enriching the belief system and causing innumerable offshoots. The basis for the voodoo religion seems to be as old as man himself. It has much in common with many early pagan practices: animal totems, sympathetic magic, elemental spirits in the trees, the heavens, the bodies of the sick. Africa is believed by many to be the cradle of the human race. Some of the voodoo Loa may be as old as the Garden of Eden itself. We still can't explain some of the real power of these primal religions. And note, I said primal, not primitive. There are African Bokors who baffle our scientists with their supernatural powers. Now, let's discuss the elements of voodoo.
Fascinating guy.
In voodoo, the spirits are called the Loa. During a voodoo ceremony, celebrants are possessed by the Loa. This is called being ridden. The human worshiper is seen as a horse, and the Loa as the divine horseman. A person being ridden by a Loa takes on the characteristics of that spirit and becomes, in effect, merely a vessel for the more powerful entity. Some of the older, original Africa Loa include Dambala, the great serpent god, Ezruli, the mistress of love, Papa Nebo, or Gede, the lord of death, Agwe, the spirit of water, Legba, spirit of the crossroads, and the cruelest and most dangerous, Ogun Badagri, the lord of destruction.
I gotta get more sleep at night.
A tribe-specific Loa can have as much or more power as the more widely worshipped Loa. For instance, a particular tribe might revere highly the Loa of an ancestor who was a legendary hunter or politician. Voodoo temples are called Hounfours. Their priests, Hungan or Bokors. Their priestesses, Mama Loa. In a Voodoo Hounfour, there's a ritual circle marked by a center pole called a Poto Mitan. The ritual circle is prepared with a veve, a pattern of symbols. Each tribe's veve is slightly different, consisting of complex symbols that identify their special Loa. During ritual conclaves, initiates dance under the supervision of a Bokor and a Mama Loa, or head priestess. The use of totems or animal masks and markings was not uncommon in the original African ceremonies. Now, though, all but the oldest sects have abandoned this practice. Ritual objects used during the conclaves include the ritual gourd or asson, the ritual knife or kubasa.
That knife gives me the chills.
The ritual whip or fouet cache, and the ritual coffin or seke madule. These items are often optional, called for by the Mama Loa for specific magical rituals. The Mama Loa is the most powerful figure in any Voodoo sect. Voodoo is a truly matriarchal system. Even the Bokor knows his power is limited. Mama Loa is the supreme woman. She butterflies, fireflies.
Firelight. No, Gabriel?
What? I can't see.
Gabriel, get in.
Can't. It's too small for me.
You must get in, Gabriel.
It's not mine. Too small.
Hide, Gabriel, hide. No, no, let me out. Help.
Young man, the lecture is over.
Oh my God, sorry.
Oh, hey girl, come back.
Are you a student?
No. My name is Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Well, you have walked into my private office, Mr. Knight. I hope you have something worthwhile to do here. If you figure it out, let me know.
Can you tell me anything about this pattern?
Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Mind if I copy this?
You're my guest.
Great. I'll be right back. Here you go. You know, this is a fascinating veve. You must tell me all about its origin.
Actually, I was hoping you'd tell me. Can you figure out anything about it from the symbols?
Well, some. That's why I wanted a copy. I want to research the design myself. Each of the symbols in the veve represent something, a loa, a place. Where did you get this?
Have you heard of the voodoo murders?
No, you're kidding. Really? Then the voodoo is authentic. The newspapers are wrong. Boy, are they wrong.
You think this Veve is authentic, then?
Authentic? Mr. Knight, that's like asking if the Mona Lisa is a painting. Tell you what, I'll look into these symbols myself and see what I can learn about the sect that made this. I'll give you a call when I have more information. You are associated with the police, aren't you?
Absolutely. But I'm, undercover. You can contact me at the St. George's Bookshop in the quarter.
All right. Now, I'd like to get started on this if you don't mind.
Is there anything you can tell me about the voodoo aspects of this photograph?
This is serious voodoo ritual. Nasty stuff.
In what way?
Let's see. I can't make out much detail from this photograph. Except for the corpse, of course. But the wound, the face, and what little I can see of the ritual paraphernalia. Reminds me of certain black voodoo practices. Very rare. I've never witnessed them myself, you understand?
Really? Interesting. Thanks.
Interrogation time.
Mind if I pick your brain?
Not if it will get you out of my office.
This guy's a bit of a douche.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
You already sat through my lecture on the subject, Mr. Knight. Perhaps next time you could stay awake and learn something.
Got him.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Just what I read in the papers until you showed me that Veve. I wasn't interested before, but now, yes, I'd like to figure out where these people come from and what they're up to. They are obviously some very frightening and deadly serious voodoo.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
I find it interesting to see the occasional fragment of voodoo practices in the everyday culture of New Orleans.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I'm not a zoologist, Mr. Knight, but I know all I care to about reptiles.
What can you tell me?
It's June 23rd, the feast day of St. John the Baptist. Ancient sun worshippers used to roll a flaming wheel down a hill to celebrate the sun's descent on that day.
A burning wheel? Huh. Do you have any idea what Cabri sans Coeur means?
Cabri sans Coeur? Yes, I do. It's a Haitian term, I believe. It's French, and literally translates as goat without horns.
As in a female goat?
No, as in a human sacrifice. Sacrifices in voodoo are usually of the animal variety. Chickens, wolves, goats. If the gods demand a goat without horns, it means a human being.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
While I find the colloquial bastardizations of voodoo somewhat interesting from a sheerly intellectual point of view, there's not a lot of relation between people like Laveau and true voodoo practices.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
As I said in my lecture, which I assume you actually listened to, is that animal masks, totems, are used extensively in most African voodoo.
There you go, there's the alligator head.
Can you tell me anything about that Veve I showed you?
I told you I would research it, Mr.
Tell me what you mean.
Well, like any religion, the beliefs can tend toward Christianity, for example, has its doppelganger, Satanism. Anytime you attempt to set up an icon to explain evil, you invite some warped mind to worship it. The same is true of voodoo. There are those who are drawn by and desire personal power from the darker, bloodier Loa.
That was black voodoo?
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
I'm afraid I can't help.
Tell me about you.
All right, Mr. Knight, I'm 35, a fully tenured professor at this university, as well as a fellow at Cambridge. My doctorate was obtained at Syracuse. Yes, Syracuse, in religious studies. I'm an agnostic, but I find human belief systems fascinating. I specialize in African religions because I grew up there. And I am heterosexual, when I practice sex at all, which isn't very often. Any other questions?
No.
Fine.
Fucking
Tell me
weirdo.
more about human sacrifice.
It's, very rare. Most voodoo practices do not include human sacrifice as a matter of record, but it is theoretically possible if that's the
2-hour stream.
For example, one of the chants I had translated for me from a Haitian ritual went like this. Mistress Azuli, come and aid us. If a cock is demanded, we will give it. If a bull will suffice, behold it. But if a goat without horns is required for sacrifice, oh, where will we find one? Azuli is the gentlest of Loa, so they call on her for mercy. But I have seen grown and powerful Hungan tremble before a possession by one of the more violent Loa, such as Papa Nebo. Clearly, they are afraid that something of the sort will be ordered, or that the Loa will simply take it for themselves.
It's time to GTFO.
Okay, thanks.
Goodbye.
And I'm getting tired.
Long ceremony, long. In other words, there's a box of.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, that's me right now. Is yawn. Getting tired since I ate all that food. I slept pretty much till like 11 o'clock today, so I've only been up for like 10 hours. And I'm tired as shit right now. You know that food, man. You know that food put me out.
The knocker is.
Yes? Who is it?
Hi, I'm doing an article on voodoo, and I heard that you...
I am a good Catholic, young man. Take your evil influence elsewhere.
But I just have a...
I can feel the evil.
She's a Catholic.
All right.
Better do your gel here. Wait.
The things I...
Yes? Who is it?
It's Father McLaughlin to see you.
Father McLaughlin, you say? You must be new in the parish. I'm so pleased to meet you, Father. Do come in.
Thank you, my child.
Yo, this bitch ain't Catholic at all.
Defeated, Father.
Thank you.
Now, what can I do for you?
Let's talk
Do
to
you
this
mind if I
hoe.
ask you a few questions, my child?
Of course not, mon père.
Mon père.
What can you tell me?
People think I'm just a foolish old woman, but I know the things they do. My family's been in New Orleans since 1750, so I know more than most. Voodoo people are all over this city, in the shops, everywhere. They'll curse you like that, and most people don't even notice. Spit on your bread at the bakery. Take strands of your hair at the store when you try on the clothes. You have to be so careful. But I know their ways, so I can protect myself. I know how to use the magic too, and I can counteract their evil spells.
What do you know about...
Voodoo murders? Ha! They are nothing new to me, Father. They happen all the time. I hardly go out anymore. They can get you anywhere, you know. Even here in this room. But I try not to let them know about me. That's the best way.
What can you tell me?
The only true New Orleanians are of French origin, you know. My family were among the original settlers of New Orleans. They came here from France. The Creole society used to be so gay in New Orleans. Now it barely hangs on by its fingernails.
So gay.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Snakes? They're evil creatures. Did you know that evil people can send them into your dreams? They can.
Right, thanks. What can you tell me about...
St. John's Eve? Mais oui! I used to love the St. John's Eve Mass at Sandwick Cathedral. Of course, it is also a night of great wickedness, worse than All Hallows Eve. They will corrupt anything, Father.
They? They who?
Oh, you know.
Do you have any idea what Cabri Sans Corps means?
Mais oui, I know. I bet you do not, Father, n'est-ce pas?
It means goat without horns.
Oh, Father, you surprise me. You do know what it means. You know what they mean by goat without horns, don't you? A human being? That's right. Slit your throat, cut out your heart. Pure evil murder.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
She was only a front for the real evildoers, Father.
Do you know anything about...
No, Father.
Do you know...
No, Father.
Do you know anything...
Oh, yes, Father. It is the...
Have you ever...
No, Father.
Do you know anything about human...
Well, my great-grandmother could tell stories. She saw it. People say that sort of thing wasn't done in New Orleans. But the real voodoo queens did it. Oh, yes.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? I am Creole. My family has been in real New Orleanians are French, you see. These days the city is overrun with people with no heritage at all. No offense, Father, but it's true. But the French, naturellement, will always be the true blood of New Orleans.
Who were the real voodoo queens?
great-grandmother told me that Lavaux was just a front, a flamboyant decoy. She distracted authorities from the real voodoo queen of New Orleans. It's been the same one for almost 200 years. She's head of a secret voodoo en fort. That's what they call their temples, you know. It's so secret, most of the voodoo people in the city don't even know about it. The real voodoo queen controlled Lavaux, gave her a little bit of power, and used her like a puppet.
Is there anything else you remember about?
Well, my great-grandmother said that the real voodoo queen was the most beautiful woman on earth. She had the most incredible copper-colored skin.
Do you mind if I ask?
If you...
Tell me more about this secret voodoo hound four.
Well, I've never seen it. I wouldn't go near it if you paid me. But it's here in Orleans, I guarantee it. I hear the drums at night, oh yes. That's why I am so ill. I tell you, those drums. But we shouldn't talk about it. They'll hear us. It's the devil's work that happens there. I can tell you. I'll show you something. Something secret. You mustn't tell anyone, Father.
I swear on my collar.
A true object of evil if there ever was one.
It radiates something, all right.
It belonged to my great-grandmother. She told my mother that it was a token to gain entrance to the real voodoo ceremonies.
You don't say.
To tell you the truth, I always felt nervous about having it in the house. You know, evil influence and all.
Oh, I can see how you would, yes.
And yet, I could never part with it. It's been in the family for generations. Would you bless it for me, Father? I feel strange asking such a thing of you, but surely you understand.
Bless this bracelet of a snake, even though its vibes aren't great. Let it do nobody harm when they wear it on their arm. Voodoo spirits, go away. Don't come back another day. And now, let us pray.
I think that's enough, Father.
Oh, right. Here you go.
Father McLaughlin.
Do you mind?
If
I think I did that wrong.
Can I see that snake, Brett?
all right. I do admire your thoroughness, Father. Here's the bracelet.
Bless this bracelet of a snake. Let it do nobody harm. Voodoo spirits, go. And now.
The small bot. It's Gabriel. Gabriel has a thought.
Bless, oh bless this circlet of silver. Take the curse, oh take it, Wilbur.
A lovely blessing, mon père.
Yes, I think it made a lasting impression. Here you go.
I feel so much better now.
Okay, so we should be good here.
Well, madame.
Of course, Father.
I'm not going back on the street looking like this.
My precious boy. How wonderful of you to stop by.
Can't stay away from you, Gran.
Make yourself at home, son.
Okay. What up? Gamma Gamer 111. Yeah, I only speak English. I'm pretty sure that's French. But yeah, really good graphics, huh?
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy.
It's that 1993, dude. Dang, look at all these questions we can ask Grandma about. Okay, but Heinz.
Why did Granddad change his name?
I don't know. I tried to ask him about his family, his life before America. But he didn't want to talk about it. He never even told me about his name change. I found out one day when I saw his passport in a drawer. Since he obviously found it painful, I never questioned him about it. But I'm sure it wasn't trouble with the law.
There we
Do you know
go.
anyone named?
As I said, your granddad's surname was
I already talked to her about most of those options there, so it should be a short conversation.
But from things he said, I always thought he had a brother back in Germany. I don't know if Wolf...
Oh, okay.
Granny.
Well, Gran, I better get going.
All right, dear.
Alright. So the only place I've seen gambling is at the Napoleon House, because we got that gambling oil. But...
Could I ask you, what can you tell me?
I'm no expert. What can you tell? I'm no...
Can I ask? I'm here to... Right. Sorry.
I'm no. Besides,
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt you again.
but he's right.
Are you sure I can?
Mister. Yeah, right. Shut up.
Oh, he wants to turn the game around with the gambling oil.
Gabriel has no reason.
Does this mean anything to you?
Yeah.
Wait, is that not the gambling oil?
The small... Gabriel has no reason to think Sam might be interested in that voodoo oil. Gabriel
Nothing. Oh.
It's kind of weird.
Can I ask? Can I? Can I ask?
It's a little weird.
Are you sure I can?
Mister, please, and yeah, right. Shut up, you bastard.
You bastard.
Sure I can't.
Gabriel
Does this mean? Does this?
Gabriel has... Why put up? Gabriel...
Does this mean anything to you?
Yeah, get away from me with her, will you?
How weird.
Could you do any?
Ready, interest, but I'm retired and gonna sit right here. Ah!
Hmm.
What do you guys do?
I used to be a jeweler. Come to think of it, now it's actually my...
Okay.
The last page.
So that's the hair gel. But right here
The small bottle.
is the master gambling oil.
The label reads. The oil. Quite.
Does this?
Huh. It's weird. Huh. I wonder.
Gabriel.
Maybe we just need to finish the day? I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Hey, Grace.
Look at that G-Hub, baby.
Got a minute?
Sure.
Okay, so no research.
Do you have?
Nope.
Messages.
Do you?
Okay. This is kind of interesting. Let's see. Interesting. It's like the only gambling that we've seen in the game. We should be able to use the gambling on those guys.
See you later.
See ya.
I wonder... Is there anything going on at the cemetery?
Malia.
Mr. Knight, what are you doing here?
My family's tomb is here.
Mine too.
I noticed. Subtle.
Well, Mr. Knight, if there's nothing else.
Don't go. I need to talk.
Don't touch her, bro.
Whatever for?
I can't stop thinking about you. I've been in your thoughts too. I can see it in your eyes.
Mr. Knight, you don't know anything about me.
I'm not in a position to get involved.
I've said that a million times myself, but this is different. I think we both...
Yo, this girl is naughty.
Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this.
I have so many obligations. My family is very traditional.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I love tradition. I've seen Fiddler on the Roof 100 times.
This isn't a musical, Mr. Knight. We live in different worlds.
Look, I know you've got more money than God. Do you think I care? Do you think that's why I'm saying this?
No, I don't.
Why don't you come see my world? I have a little bookshop, St. George's on Bourbon.
I know.
See? I knew it. You're crazy about me, too. Come by tonight. Please. My world isn't so bad.
I'm sorry, but there's no place for someone like you in my life. Not now, not ever.
Yo, you made her go out the back door? Shit. I definitely think the music here is like pretty ominous. It's pretty cool. They did a good job with they almost always did a good job with the audio in these games. Like such soundtracks were so awesome. Yeah, she was holding that scat.
Excuse me.
He's right, you know, so let me die.
You should use this gambling oil.
Gabriel has no...
Come on! Come on! I'm growing fungus already.
Shut up.
So, fine. Sorry to bother you.
No. Besides, I'm busy sucking.
You're a real...
Gabriel has...
Does this...
How weird.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Our patrons.
What can you tell me?
See those old guys at the chess table? Sam? The one... It's not that he's a bad player. I've seen him beat guys twice. By the way, Sam, the chess player, he's into that voodoo stuff. He's always talking about...
Really? So what is Sam
Well, about 50 years ago, he went to a voodooine and had her make him a love charm. It was well, he buried the pouch, and now she's his wife.
Okay, so now I think we can give this guy some stuff.
He's right, you...
Got a second, Sam? It's about your game.
I don't have... Don't you touch those chess...
I never need...
Thought you might be interested in this gambling oil.
Let me see that. Master Gambling Oil. What's it for?
Don't you ever wonder why Marcus wins every time?
Get out of here, Marcus.
Well, if that's what you... This is a powerful voodoo oil.
Go on. Really?
This voodoo oil could make a nun get lucky.
Really? You think it really works, huh?
I'd stake my reputation as a novelist on it.
And you say Marcus uses this. That explains a lot. Let me see that bottle. Oh, this looks authentic.
Oh, it is.
If I could really beat that bastard. Stonewall, give me a Pim's cup, would you?
Coming up, Sam.
How much you think I'd have put in here?
Careful, you don't want to overdo it. Too much luck can be dangerous.
What? There's no such thing as too much. Now stand back.
Come on already. I'm ready to checkmate.
We'll see about that, Mr. Schmutty Big Mouth. Checkmate! Checkmate, you bastard!
Son of a bitch.
20 years I've been waiting to say that. Checkmate, checkmate, checkmate!
You are the biggest butthead Sam Singleton that I ever met.
Checkmate.
You can just put this chessboard where the sun don't shine.
Way up in your butt.
Hallelujah, I did it! Yippee!
Nice game.
Nice game. Hell, I was brilliant! Course, I gotta give some of the credit to that oil of yours. I've been losing to that guy for 20 years. If you ever need a favor, you come to Sam, you hear?
Will do.
Oh, we already know.
Could you do anything?
What is this? A clay mold? Well, I am a jeweler, you know. And I owe you one. Would you like me to cast this for you?
If you can.
You got it, pal. Actually, it'll be a pleasure to get my tools out. First time in years. I've been too busy playing that goddamn game. I'll have the bracelet tomorrow. Meet me here.
Great. Thanks.
Now we're getting somewhere.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Oh, they're fucking up the police station up in Minneapolis. These cops are getting in trouble, man.
Excuse me. I'm going inside.
Oh, shit.
I'm afraid St. George's is
Oh, shit.
I'm not a customer. I'm here to see the owner.
Oh, shit.
Just leave your name and number with me, and I'll tell him you stopped by.
Listen, if Gabriel is here, he'll want to see me. Is he here?
Really couldn't say for certain, but in the morning.
Gracie, say goodnight.
Got him. She's all fucking jealous, huh?
Think you would.
I didn't think I would either.
Ooh, she's in love. It's getting spicy.
I could show you around.
It's getting spicy. Come into my world.
I couldn't focus on much of anything right now.
Oh, just you, Gabriel.
I know.
Oh.
But it hasn't
Just shut up and kiss me.
Oh, kiss me. Give me that good. Oh, Gabriel. Oh my God, dude. Hell yeah. Yo, he landed the $1 million head chick. She's gonna use this bitch ass. Bro, she spent the night. She spent the night, bro. Oh, she's a dirty girl. Oh, look at him. He's all fucking Twitter-pated. He's all worn. Oh, see who's looking in the window? Who's looking in the window? Who's looking in the window? It's one of the drummers. Ooh, Grace ain't saying shit.
Don't be silly. I just have nothing to say.
Did you find out anything about that pattern I gave you?
Yeah, I did find something.
Yo, she's jealous. She's jealous, dude.
I checked the monitors at the public library. I found an article about a murder in 1810. The newspaper published a part of a pattern found around the body. It looks damn close.
You're incredible. All that work.
Forget it.
Have it your way.
The story is unfolding, dude. Gabriel got himself some vagina. Who is looking in the window, dude? Like they're just staring at us. They're just staring at us. Who is this?
This guy outside the shop.
Yeah. It gives me the creeps.
Is that who it is? Is it you, Hot Sauce? Is that what you meant when you said me? Hot Sauce. Hey. Y'all got any sauce in there? Looking for that hot sauce. Man. Hmm. Kind of want to drink a beer right now. Thought Winston Mars was going to be on by now. It's almost 10 o'clock. Guess not. All right. Well, I was just kind of reading a quick little article on that guy that the cops killed. Stuff's crazy, man. Stuff's crazy. There's like so many things that like happened in that situation that like had they not happened, dude would be alive, you know. Maybe he'd be in jail, but he'd be alive. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he was a huge piece of shit. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was a really cool person. BRB. Maybe with a beer. I'm not sure yet. Apparently, I decided that I would appreciate a beer. So I got me one. Alright, let's go get a coffee fee.
My kidney's already floating, thanks.
Times Picayune, dated June 21st, 1993. Gabriel's eye is immediately drawn to an article about the voodoo murders. He scans it quickly.
I don't believe this. They've closed the case.
What case?
The Voodoo murders case. The paper says that the police have learned that the murders were the result of an underworld cartel war, and that the war is over.
That's not good.
It's ridiculous. What about the killers? And the voodoo angle, they never got anything on that.
I know you were into it, Gabriel. But if it's over, that's hardly a negative. Anyway, if you're that upset, why don't you talk it over with your pal Mosley?
You don't get it, Grace. Just forget it, okay?
Gabriel decides to check his horoscope, despite his disgust.
You sipping on anything tonight, hot sauce man?
His temptation.
Excuse me. What the hell?
Peachy.
Bunch of pizza, root beer, regular beer, making me burpy. I apologize. Not very professional of me.
I'm going out.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Actually, didn't we ask her to research stuff for us?
Hello.
Oh.
Yeah, she has a crush on me, dude. She was mad that I got that fine piece of ass.
Got a minute, Grace?
She was trying to cockblock me too. Bump, 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 bump.
I told you.
Could you do
Sure.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Do you have
Nope.
Nice, they got my $15,000 check. Sweet.
Do you know anything about...
I told
you. Okay. Well, let's go get our snake bracelet from the jeweler.
Sam, my man.
Hey there, it's you. I got that bracelet for you. This piece was a real toughie. For some reason, the metal just wasn't setting. I must be out of practice.
Well, it looks good to me. Thanks, Sam.
No problem. By the way, I'm heading out of town tonight.
Yeah, where to?
Marcus used to tell me that if I ever beat him at chess, he'd take me around the world. The old bastard has enough money stuffed in his mattress to cover the federal deficit, and he hates spending a penny of it. I'm gonna enjoy watching him squirm through every mile.
Sounds like fun. Good luck.
Are you kidding? Luck is my middle name.
Pretty cool. Let's look at our snake bracelet.
Sam's replica of
It does? Excuse me. Ba 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 ba. Somebody's making a lot of noise, coughing. Let's go left to right. Uh-oh, what's this guy doing?
That's Crash. What the hell is
Oh, okay. Yo, the drummers are drug dealers, bruh. That's why there's drummers fucking everywhere. Well, it looks like he went up north, like to the cathedral. So we should go to the cathedral now. Oh, I forgot to save it. This is day 4 now. Day 4, baby. Yeah, man, you gotta remember to save.
I need to talk to you.
No way, man.
Come on.
You don't know nothing about nothing, man. You're so far out of it, you wouldn't understand anything.
I'm not like Mosley. I know more than you think.
Forget it, man.
I'm about to scare you off with this snake.
Do you recognize?
Where'd you get that?
Why? Do you know something about it?
Know something about it?
Look at this. Crash opens his shirt and reveals the tattoo.
It's the same. The same snake.
It's their sign. The mark of the snake. Without it, they'll never let you get close.
The sign of the snake. Right. Your tattoo, my bracelet. Now, do you believe that I know something about these people?
You know about them, yes.
Alright, let me talk to you now.
Will you...
Looks like he's about ready to puke.
Tell me what you know about voodoo.
Look, just take some advice. Stay away from this voodoo shit. You don't really want to know, man. Believe me. Just do yourself a favor and leave me alone.
I want to...
You're on the right track. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna risk my life by talking about it, man.
Voodoo murders, New Orleans.
Man.
Do you know anything?
The eyes. Snake.
Okay. What can you tell me?
Nothing.
Do you have...
I never heard of that.
Do you know anything?
I don't...
Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo hanfour in New Orleans.
Oh, man.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
No.
What do you mean? You've...
Not me.
Do you know anything about...
I never heard of that.
Do you know anything...
Black voodoo.
Have you ever heard of a...
I never heard of that.
Tell me.
I'm sick.
I saw you talking...
You saw me with the drummer? I promise you won't say nothing to no one. It'll get back to him, everything does. Promise me you won't tell anyone you saw me.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I was sending a message, man. Yeah, these rotter drummers posted around the quarter.
Report?
The drums, man.
Tell me about...
How
Tell me...
All right. There's this is an underground cartel, and they control everything that happens on the street. I mean, there's supposed to be this temple. What you said, Town 4. That's their headquarters.
This is getting deep, man.
It's underground. Somewhere in the French Quarter. I don't know where.
Have you ever been there?
But I saw them once. Out at the lake. They became animals, man. Beasts.
Hey, are you up?
The eyes.
I think I should go get... Hey, are you...
Someone!
the eyes of this... What snake? Crash.
Crash spasms twice more.
Oh, God.
Poor bastard. Get his earring.
There's Crash's face shows Crash's body.
Oh, the shirt's closed. You can move the shirt then. Ah.
On Crash's chest is a tattoo of a snake.
And the way that we take pictures in this game is we sketchbook it.
I guess.
Dang, Crash. Crash is gone.
It's getting late.
Oh.
Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
I wonder if old girl's gonna come back tonight. What's up, girl? Let's see if she'll come out. Probably not.
Hello?
It's me. I can't sleep.
Me neither.
Can I?
Yes. Come.
About to get that puss. Dang. They're in love now. You hit it twice. It must be nice. Gabriel got after it 2 times. That's that old 1-2 punch. Dang, I'm happy for Gabriel. He's getting after that pussy. The pussy. Oh, look at, she's looking at him. She's like, oh, oh.
Sure. Great. Why?
I'm worried about you.
If I were any better, Grace, I'd be dead. Now, what's up?
Excuse me.
We got another package this morning. FedEx from Germany. Well, it kind of came open, but I salvaged the contents. There was a letter from your great uncle Wolfgang in the journal.
The package just came open. How'd you like the journal?
Someone has to look after you. You're in trouble. In case you don't know it.
Yeah, you've been reading my horoscope again, haven't you, Grace?
Just read the journal carefully, Gabriel.
St. George's books. Oh, Professor Hartridge, I'm glad you called. Did you... You did? Wait, slow down. The Aigris? Really? You think that's them? The wheel within a wheel? A goon badagris, huh? Well, that does sound like it.
Dang.
The snake. That's the wavy pattern at the bottom, okay. The 1791 slave revolt in Santo Domingo. Well, why would the Veve show up there? Okay. 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 Look, I'll come over as soon as I can. Okay. Relax, Professor. I'm excited too, but you're gonna give yourself a heart attack. Okay. Thanks. See ya.
So obviously this drummer.
Tell me what's going on. I swear you're gonna slip into a hole you may never get out of.
Don't look so worried. No one knows what I'm doing. I'm perfectly safe. And I'm getting some great stuff for the book. Besides, there's something about all this. My dreams.
What about your dreams?
Nothing. I'll be careful, I promise.
So that drummer, he's basically watching me to see what I'm doing, and he's gonna send a message out and let him know, like, hey, Gabriel Knight, he's out getting that puss. From that Miss Getty puss. So, hot sauce, should we do day 5? Because we're on day 5. Or is it bedtime? Because I'm getting tired. Day 5. I think there's 10 days in the game. It's up to you. It's up to you, hot sauce. Yeah. Yeah, I am tired. I'm definitely tired. Sweet, man. Well, that was 3 days. We got done with day 2, day 3, and day 4. So that was a good little chunk. And we're 3 hours into the stream, so it's about an hour every day. So that's maybe about 10 hours of game, 11 hours maybe of game. It's pretty sweet. Definitely worth it. That's like 50 cents an hour. But I'm definitely going to try and play some more tomorrow, that's for sure. It's supposed to rain quite a bit, I think, Thursday also. And so I'm going to probably be doing some tomorrow, and then probably Thursday too. Tomorrow I think I'm going to go ride my dirt bike. Well, I'm hoping to anyways. We might have to go might have to go do some more. Well, I know I have to do some more repairs to the bike tomorrow, to the dirt bike, but hoping maybe I can get it done with where I can ride. But anyways, dude, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the sub. I really appreciate it, man. It was no one else was really in here talking, so you kept me playing. I probably would have been done at least an hour ago if you weren't in here chatting with me, man. So I really appreciate it. Help me keep my momentum going. I'm having a really weird time with my life right now with being laid off from work last month. So it's like, you know, like, should I try and like build the stream up? Should I try and build like a side business? Should I be looking for another job? Should I just fuck off? You know, but I don't really want to do that. I want to do something worthwhile. So I'm trying to like get a bunch of chores done around my house, like stay on top of stuff. I'm doing a bunch of side jobs, you know, cutting down trees, mowing lawns, detailing cars. So I'm doing all kinds of stuff to try and, you know, make some extra side cash. That's how I was able to get that dirt bike, you know. But anyways, I don't really know what the heck's going on right now, so I'm having a hard time like staying focused. I probably spent 5 hours on the phone today just talking to buddies of mine, trying to see like what they're doing, you know, and like what they recommend, and you know, if they think that I'm on like the right path or, you know, stuff like that. So one thing at a time. Yeah, no, I hear that. It's just tough. Like, I got a lot of bills. I was making really good money, you know, at my job. And for me to make that exact same kind of money, I'm going to have to go back to that. And they're not really hiring in the oil field right now. So for me to make $100,000 a year in my hometown right now where I live, like, I don't exactly know how to do that. I can make close to it if I go drive hazardous materials. I could probably make like 70 or 80 grand. And then like on the side, I could still, you know, do like some car stuff and some like cut down some trees from time to time. And, you know, I could still do some things here and there, but I'm going to be really busy. And then if I spend all my time driving, it's like 12-hour days driving. Spend all my time driving and then side hustling. Well, now I'm not spending any time streaming. And like, my goal is to basically beat all the video games that I have that I want to play, and I want to do it on stream. And that's like 500 video games. Okay, it's probably half that, because I probably have 500 video games, but I really only want to play like half of them. And I think I've only done like 50 of them on stream. Well, I can't actually make any money right now. Because I'm getting unemployment. So if you make money on the side, now you got to pay taxes on that. So like when I cut down a tree last week, that cash, I can't pay my bills with that, because now it's just cash, and you can't put it into your bank account, because then they're gonna be like, you know, if they're starting to like audit and like look around, like, you know, like I'm sure that they're looking at something right now, And if not right now, they will be later. Like, how'd you have all this cash? Where are all these cash deposits, $1,000 here, $2,000 there, all this stuff. And I can't do that, because I can't just say like it was given to me as a gift from whoever, because then they go after that person too. I mean, the limit's like $15,000 for a gift in 1 year or whatever, so that's not exactly a big deal, but it's just tough, It's like, can I just go get like a bullshit job working 40 hours a week, $15 an hour? No. Like, that wouldn't even pay half my bills, you know what I mean? So, oh well, I'll figure it out. I just got a lot of shit going through my head right now, and I'm trying to not be like all depressed. But it's tough, man. It's tough. But have a good night, dude. It's good chatting with you. Good playing. Catch you tomorrow, maybe. Have a good one.